Hello everyone, this is Sir Cheddar here, and I am making another quick video on this first Yui660c version 5 that has the PVD brass case. As I had mentioned in the previous video, the PVD brass bottom had issues in terms of fitment, so I got a replacement made out of aluminum, and I anodized the aluminum gold color. The customer who I ordered this for selected the gold color that he liked, which I can turn over right here if I can pick this up. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, I guess I'll keep that in the video. So that's the gold color. Now let me just show you the fitment here. So that is the fitment on the bottom panel. Now real quick, I'm going to go ahead and unscrew the FC660c that's currently on this case, because that's actually my personal FC660c and it's not the customer's. So I'm going to put that back in my collection here. Another note is that this aluminum case, I had it done at one of my local suppliers who does anodizing. It is done with bead blasting and anodizing, so it's a two-part process. And this customer, they also ordered the custom daughter board, which since recently I've been getting a lot of interest in the daughter board also, and I did not design the daughter board. That was done by Danny at Kibio, but I just want to mention he did a super good job on that, and it's very cool that it's USB-C and it's highly compatible with key mapping softwares. So as far as sending this out to the customer, the daughter board, I'm going to screw it in so that it's not moving around. It also makes the assembly process a little bit easier on the customer side. Now, what I like to do is basically like prep the board for assembly with all the screws that you would need for a standard assembly already screwed in, so that the customer doesn't need to pull any screws out of bags or anything. It's all already screwed into the board, and they just need to unscrew it and then begin with assembly. Also, one time I had a customer throw away all the extra screws, and I always give a ton of extra screws, so I was very disappointed to see that he said he didn't receive any screws. I actually took a video of me packing his order, and I showed where the screws were, and he accidentally threw them away. Okay. I'm also going to apply the rubber feet for this customer because he intends on using it flat. And I think I never showed how to apply the rubber feet in a video before, so I thought it's interesting to go through that once. Okay, cool. So those are in there. Now the case will go on. And once I get this fully assembled and then get the rubber feet on, I'm going to go ahead and show the extra components that I am including with this item, just to show you like what you can expect in terms of rubber feet options and screw options, and just various extras that I'll make sure to include in everyone's order. I really spent a lot of time getting a screw that I liked. There's so many like little differences to different screw designs that it's very difficult to really get one design that you think fits super well. The size is exactly like you expect. Even the same specifications of screws, they vary slightly, and it can make a big difference aesthetically as well as like functionally on the case design. I did receive some feedback from the video Teha made about my Yui660c. There were some comments that these 3 screws are not aesthetically pleasing. We will consider removal of those screws in future revisions. I will accept this criticism and make considerations for the future once I get to making a new revision, and when I do that, I'll make a video of it, I'm sure, and I can show you the aesthetic appearance differences. You can kind of get an idea of, is it gonna look cleaner, how much cleaner. Maybe we can do a little comparison, because I'm sure I'll have some of these original Yui660s still on hand. Another unrelated topic, but I did get some questions about aluminum feet recently. People want to order my 3D printed feet in the aluminum style. I can make it in aluminum and brass, however the price is very high, and I have not yet found a way to get the price low. So I am almost certain that the aluminum and brass versions are going to be too expensive for you. Unless you really, 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 really want them. But I think that the 3D printed ones are more economical, and the resin is quite thick. It's not like a 3D printed part that you're used to. I think it's like a solid 3D resin printed part that has a lot of stiffness to it. Okay, so let's get to doing these rubber feet. I do realize that there's a lot of rubber feet locations. I just like the security of having so many and knowing that you have so many contact points. And to me, it feels more, I guess, like stable. So that's part of my inspiration to have so many rubber feet. I don't know if I would consider reducing the amount of bump-ons, but those screws at the center, I'll definitely consider that. So don't worry about that if that is something that really irritates you. That's something that I'm willing to adjust. Okay, we're about halfway done with these. As you can see, the bump-on assembly is extremely technical. Just kidding. You kind of just use it like a sticker. I have a good source of these bump-ons, and it's easy to find this exact size. So that's why I've gone with bump-ons instead of the rubber strip. I don't know if in the future I'll go with the rubber strip or not. From my past experiences, it's hard to get the sizes, and there's not that many options out there, and it's expensive. So I'm not sure if I will ever consider that. I do prefer the strip look also, but I have to balance that with the practicality, especially with my boards being quite like commission based and quite personalized in general, I would say. Okay, cool. So we got the feet assembled. Okay, So now I will just real quickly go into the extra parts that I will be providing to this customer. So they will get a screwdriver. They will get, these are the extra screws that are in the board right now. These are like my premium, most favorite design screws that fit the most perfectly. And here's the extended daughter cable that they need for the assembly process. And these are the extra parts. So we got clear bump-ons, black bump-ons, then we got silver screws that are Phillips and silver screws that are hex, as well as some various other screws. These are just a different sized Phillips black screw, but there's a ton in here. So anyways, yeah, there's plenty of screws, and I can always give you the screw specifications if you want to have like the star shaped screws or different hex or brass screws or something interesting. It's quite simple. It's just a M3 by 4 millimeters depth, and I use wafer head screws. That's kind of the classification of what I've seen them called mostly. Okay, so again, this is the back panel one last time, and I think that's everything. I have a few items on order, so probably in the next, either towards the end of this month or early next month, I'm going to be putting out at least 3 or 4 videos with some different designs and different orders I received, as well as some personal orders I placed just for myself, doing some exploratory design stuff. So definitely stay tuned for that, and thanks for checking out this kind of overview of this design, overview of this board. Again, this one will be going out to the customer very soon, so that's something to look forward to there. But again, just thank you very much, stay tuned, and I will see you next time.